was my third game, I think, in La Liga when I played against Real Madrid, and I played in the same side against Cristiano. I was right winger and he played left winger at this time, you know.
That was the time when Pep Guardiola was at Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
And that famous game against Bayern where you scored.
If I remember well, I think they win. They didn't lose for 2 years in the Allianz Arena, I think, until we play against them this moment. You can remember well the goal, the exactly moment I remember I have here for all my life, of course. Everything around this club is amazing, how they work. And I can say that I have in my head just because they help me in every step, and to my wife also, you know. It's always when you say it, the life is not only football.
Yes.
It's how I can say now, it's not only football, handball.
Hello Highlanders, welcome to NUFC TV. This time we are bringing you a brand new show. It's called Highlanders Unplugged, where we have our players, our coaches and our staff. They will be unscripted, unfiltered and totally candid. For the first episode of the series, we have one of our newest signings, Jairo. Welcome Jairo.
Thank you so much.
And should we just dive straight in? Where do you want to start? You start from your footballing journey at the start of it, or you want to start from the India chapter?
Doesn't matter.
Matter?
From the beginning, if you
From
want.
the beginning?
Yeah.
So how did it begin for you in Santander?
Yeah, it was a great memories, of course. It's where I started to be a professional player. I remember with amazing days there. I worked very hard to be where I am now. And of course I have to be thankful with the staff, the team there, because they give me the chance to be a full player now.
But how old were you when you started playing football? It came very naturally to you?
I started like a kid, like everyone. I started to play in the streets with my friends in the school. After that, I started in my town club. Yes, when we play 7 in the indoor places, stadiums. After that, after some years, I moved to the academy in Santander, in the Racing Club, and there is where I built a football player. I work here with very good coaches there. They teach me a lot, and when I became 18, they called me for make the first preseason with the first team, and then after that, month after this, I did my debut in La Liga.
So, in one answer, you covered right from the start to your professional debut, but can you talk a bit more about how it was growing up playing football in the streets, as you mentioned? Did you play against players who were older than your age? How was that developing years for you?
I cannot say something special, just I play for fun. When you are a child, you just think to play for fun. I think also the genetic that I have is you have natural things that maybe other kids don't have. Also, you know, every day I was with the ball in home also, in the stadiums. I was looking to watch many games in the stadium with my parents, you know, with my friends. I also teach with the old guys. I fight. I have a lot of.
You had fights?
Yeah, of course. It's normal, you know, when you are a kid and you play with all guys. They want to win the game, and maybe they see that you are a small kid and you win them. This is not easy for them, also, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, and this is how.
And how many times your parents scolded you for playing football indoors? Like, I don't know, you are breaking something, you are doing something.
No,
how many things you have broken so far?
Many things. I cannot remember, but of course, you know, they respect how much I like the football, and of course, like a kid, you have to disturb something always, you know.
And then in terms of from starting to play in the streets to making debut for Racing Santander, so how was that experience that you are making it actually at the professional level, where you realize that yes, this can be your career?
It was hard, of course. You have many things to do during your former your former period to be a football player, of course. You have to be like a professional from the beginning. You have to open your mind to receive every step from the coaches, I don't know, many things, of course. Also, you have to live many things. You have friends, family, and maybe you have to travel. I remember my parents make a lot of for me because they are working at the same time that I have to go to training in the afternoons. For example, my parents go out from the work, drive 1 hour to put me in training, go back, and many things like this that you remember. And now, of course, I'm proud of these things and happy, of course, for that.
And of course, that you made your debut, you played for Santander for a couple of seasons, and then the so-called the big move that happened from Santander to Sevilla in the 2013-14. So how did that move came to materialize?
That move was easy, of course. Easy at the same time was hard because it was my first time out of my home, out of my family and far away, you know. And of course at the same time it was easy because I moved to a big club in Spain to play in Europe competitions, and of course what a easy movement. But also hard to leave the club that what I love in the end of my heart because of course it's the team where always I dreamed to play in La Liga, and was hard, but of course it's the moment that I have to make one big step on my career, and I did it.
And Sevilla has their tagline that never surrender.
Yes.
So that somewhere was the goal for you in terms of reaching, okay, I have to take that step up?
There you remember maybe Jesus Navas. He wasn't playing there in this moment, but he was a big star for Sevilla, and he have same qualities like me on the pitch. Oh, sorry, I have the same qualities like him. And you know, he was a big star there.
Yes.
And I see a lot of things, right things from him, you know, when he was playing there, and also like a person, you know. And I watched him a little bit, and I wanted to follow his steps there. Yes.
And then when you went there in 2013-14, Unai Emery was the coach there. So what was it about Unai that you learned the most from him?
Everyone knows Emery like a coach, you know, one of the best in the world right now.
Yes.
In this moment it was very important for me because, you know, with 20 years old, it's not easy to move to make this big step from a good club but to top club, you know, it's not easy, and the pressure is high, and also you have to show your talent, your level every day and in every game, you know. And then he helped me a lot with this type of things. Also, of course, he teach me a lot with movements. I learn a lot from them, of course.
So you said you learned a lot from Unai, but if you have to pick up one thing that you learned from Unai, what would that be?
I think let me think. But I think the motivation, you know, because he motivates himself every day, and he show us this also. And like a coach, if you can't teach this to the players, I think after that the team will be stronger, you know. And every player, if they have this motivation every day to work, to learn, to fight, I think it's the most important thing to be ready every day for growing up in football. Yeah.
And that motivation took you to the Europa League trophy?
Of course. In this moment was like a shock, you know, because of course you never was in this type of situation, of course, but it was unbelievable because we had a new team, I think 14 new players, you know, and then it's not easy in 1 year to have this success, you know. And then I think you need a coach like this with this mentality to become a strong team, you know. And then maybe one of the reasons was that, yeah. And
what do you remember from that final?
I remember that I was so nervous, you know, before the game, like if it's my debut in La Liga or something like that, of course, because you are playing for a big trophy, and you know that you have the support of many persons behind you also, and of course everyone want to win this game, you know. But I remember with the stress until the game started. After that you forget this type of things and you are focused on the game. Of course, after we won in the penalties, and this moment is also you need a bit luck, but in the end we get the trophy and it was unbelievable.
But aren't Sevilla the so-called champions of Europa League always?
Yeah, of course. That's amazing what this team are doing every year in EuroLeague. Yes.
And people mostly know about El Clasico. They know about rivalry between Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid. But there is another derby that takes place.
Yes.
It's Sevilla versus Real Betis.
Yes.
How big was that derby, and can you compare it to any other derbies that you've played in?
I can compare because for me, of course, El Clásico is different because it's two big clubs in the world probably. But the atmosphere, how the people live the derby, not only in the stadium, during the week before the game, and how warm is the atmosphere. Also, you go walking in the city and you only hear something about the game, and that's crazy. Of course, the atmosphere in the stadium is amazing always, and the supporters are crazy with in this day. And after that, of course, and I had the luck, and this year I played 4 derbies because we played against them also in EuroLeague, and we won three games, and the other game we lose, but it was
inconsequential.
Yes, it was in the EuroLeague, and we passed the round. Then after the game, it was perfect year for us if we speak about the derbies, and also we won the EuroLeague. Yeah.
And how long then the party lasted after winning the derby?
For us, not so much because usually when you play EuroLeague, you have game also on Sunday, Thursday, Sunday. You don't have so much time to enjoy, but after the game with the fans I think is the best moment to enjoy with them. Yeah.
And of course, when we are talking about La Liga, we have to talk about 2 big clubs, Real Madrid and Barcelona.
Yes.
And then you had the chance to play with probably 2 biggest players in the world in terms of Ronaldo and Messi.
Yes.
So how was that experience? Because I have been lucky enough to watch Messi and Ronaldo play in the World Cup.
Yeah.
You simply cannot take your eyes off them. But how is it playing against them?
Of course, in the beginning also for me it was even more respectful for them because it was my 3rd game I think in La Liga when I play against Real Madrid, and I play in the same side against Cristiano. I was right winger and he played left winger at this time, And then first impression are crazy, You think you are watching him and they look always. You have idols, Messi or Ronaldo probably, and and you are playing against them. That's it's like you are in shock in the beginning. Of course, after when the ball start to move, you forget a bit. Also, sometimes you see and you think about and you respect, of course, because everyone do that, And after the days, you start to remember in your mind and think about it, and you realize that you did it,
Yeah. So from the games against Messi and Ronaldo, any specific game that you remember?
Yeah, my first that I told you because it was my first start 11 from Racing Santander in La Liga, and was against Real Madrid. In El Sardinero was our home, and we finished it 0-0. And I think I played a good game, good debut in front of my fans, my family, against Ronaldo and big team like Real Madrid, big stars, and it was perfect day for me. In the end we didn't win, but it's not so easy. Exactly. With a draw is more than enough usually, and it was amazing day. This is the biggest day probably if we speak about against them.
And then you've got any of the shirts from those big players?
Not for them. I have for many, like Benzema, other players, big stars from Real and Barca, but not for them. You know how difficult everyone wants the t-shirt from them, but okay, it's not easy. But
which t-shirt, according to you, is the best t-shirt that you have?
For me, I think I have one that I really like is David Villa from Barcelona, and big star from is a Spanish player also, and it's not like big talent like other, we can say, like Benzema, Cristiano, Messi, but this is a type of guy that come from zero and make everything win all.
Yes.
And that's why I like so much. Even I have from Benzema and other players, Coutinho, big names, but I like so much this one.
And of course, that one season with Sevilla took you to Germany.
Yes.
So how you felt like, okay, one season I'm done with Sevilla, I want to try something new?
Yes. No, it was like 50-50 with the club, according. They get the offer for me, and also they sign big players in my position. And okay, maybe if I stay, I don't have the chance. You know, football, everything can happen, you know, but from the paper, maybe it's hard to get a lot of minutes. That was the reason that I decided to try a new challenge, and also because the Mainz in this case make a big bet for me, and I spoke with the club and the coaches there, and they give me a lot of confidence, and they want me for a long contract. That's a good signal for a player, you know, and that was the reason.
And of course, when you went to Mainz, I think Martin Schmidt was the coach.
Not in the beginning, but after some games, he came to the head coach. Yes.
And what was it that you learned from him then? In that case,
from him, I think is hard work. Work. Of course, you know that you have to work very hard in every day in football areas. But in Germany, it's different mentality. Maybe in Spain, it's more about creativity, talent, quality. And Germany is more like be responsible, fight, mentality about the runs, these type of things, you know. And that's what I learned from him. You know, this is also help you not only in football, outside of the pitch also. Yes.
Right, and then of course that was the time when Pep Guardiola was at Bayern Munich. And that famous game against Bayern where you scored. And I think when we did your teaser, we didn't use one photo. It was a photo with Thiago.
Yes.
So how was coming up against Pep Guardiola's team? What challenges does his team play? Because that team had Robben, Ribéry, Thiago, Lewandowski, Müller.
If I remember well, I think they win. They didn't lose for 2 years in the Allianz Arena, I think, until we play against them this moment. You can remember well the goal, the exactly moment I remember I have here for all my life, of course.
Can you tell us?
Of course, I remember that was a counter-attack. I followed, I think Lamb was close to me, but I make the sprint. And the cross from my mate was nice because the other striker made good movement in the first post, and I received the ball in penalty area. And I shoot well and hard because Neuer was close to save it. He's amazing goalkeeper, you know, and he's so big, you know. And then was after that amazing moment. Also after that they made the 1-1, and you can think that it's over. Normally this type of games you make a lot of effort for 60 minutes, and after they kill you after that. But it wasn't like this. We scored it in the 80s, I think, and it was like ecstasy, you know. Everyone was crazy after that. And of course, I had the chance to speak with Guardiola after that, and he said congrats for the game. And I asked him how he learned, how fast he learned German, because he speaks
fluent.
Crazy. When he arrived there, he speaks like a normal guy who's living there for 10 years, you know. And he told me like a joke, okay, if you want, yes, you have to make lessons for 6 hours in the day, nothing more. Yeah, that's it.
Only 6 hours?
Only 6 hours during 2-3 months minimum at least, and that's it. Yes, easy.
And any other player from that Bayern camp that you spoke to?
Yes. I spoke with Thiago because I played with his brother Rafinha in the under-19, and I know him a little bit. And also I speak with Xabi Alonso at this moment. I speak nothing special, just a little bit. And just to say hello, because when you are Spanish, you always try to talk a bit when you are out of your country. Yes.
You at that time you spoke about two things. One about Bayern scoring 1-1 and team thinking Bayern have scored, or the big team has scored, and they're going to kill us. But what goes on in the head at that point in terms of mentality that we have to keep going?
I think for us this year was the key. Like we never leave our mind of the game. Doesn't matter what is happening there. And with a big clubs, you must do. Yes, it's like that. And I think it's also, in consequence of the mentality that the coach had and he brings to the team, not only for this game, for the whole season that was very, very successful for us.
Yeah. And another thing about mental aspect I'm going to talk about is your stint with Hamburg. So you were there for 2 seasons, but majority of it you were dealing with an injury. So that must have been a difficult period. So how do you deal with such time? How does team supports?
Yeah, well, now we speak about hard moments. Of course, harder of my career, my life probably. Of course, first thing you need to think about many days, because you cannot believe in the beginning. You are in shock, and when you know exactly what you have, and this is a very difficult moment, even worse because the doctors are not so positive with the results after surgery. Maybe they say that it's not able to play professional again. Okay, but in my mind after that, I spoke with my wife. She was the warrior. She helped me a lot, and my family as well. But with her it was very easy to move forward. To think about only in the recovery. Don't think about in bad things. Just try to stay positive. Every day she sent me sentences with motivation, just to keep in my mind strong, because the first 2 months are very hard. You cannot do a lot of things. You are with the sticks,
crutches,
stitches, and yes, you feel that you are not moving forward.
It feels like end of the world.
Yes. That's hard. And if you have this support behind you every day in home, help you with everything, that's amazing. And of course, half of this recovery is from her and also from my family, but also I have to work hard every day with the physios, with the coaches, and also I have to say thank you to the HSV, the Hamburg, because from the beginning they was behind me in every movement, every day. I had in this moment only 1 year contract, but after 1 month we signed a new contract, just to be clear, and my head can be only focus on the recovery. You don't need to think, if I don't recover, what I do the next year. This is amazing from them. And yes, I love this class not only because this thing, everything around this club is amazing, how they work. And I can say that I have in my head just because they help me in every step, and to my wife also. It's always when you say it, the life is not only football. It's how I can say now, it's not only football. Hamburg bring me another things.
Like exactly that. In English they say, for your partner, it's a better half. So she was the better half for you, and you said she would send you motivational messages and all. So was there any message that you remember that stayed with you for a long time?
The message when she sent me. No, like motivation things like, I don't know, every day is 1 day less, or believe in yourself that you are a warrior, just keep going, because we will do together, or bigger, also sometimes, but just when I wake up, I read something like that, and it's like extra motivation that you need to wake up and fight for the next day, Yes.
And now Hamburg are back in Bundesliga again, where
I'm so happy
belong.
for them. Finally, was very late in my opinion, because with this club and the city and the atmosphere that you have around the club, and also the players that they signed the last years. It's crazy how they always be on the line to go, third position, fourth, always there. But finally, they are where they have to be. Yes.
And from those 2 years, if you have to pick one moment, what would that moment be?
Of course, I know exactly when I come back after my injury. When I start to play again, it's like you make your debut again. It's like you still with life, and of course, for the people maybe it's not important, but for you when this moment come after, I don't remember, but close to 1 year, and you remember how many things you have to do to be there again, is amazing. That's what I remember. Also.
Exactly, fantastic. And then again, a move back to Spain happened, but then there was a move to Hungary. Mostly people, they know about top 5 leagues in Europe.
Yes.
They know Premier League, they know La Liga, Bundesliga, Serie A or French League, but not many people know about a life in Hungary.
Yeah.
How was life in Hungary for you?
If I have to tell you, I didn't know also so much, about this. But when you don't have so much success in the previous season, the offers for the next years, always you have to choose quickly, or maybe you have to choose another things that maybe you don't expect in the beginning, Then, but when the offer from Hungary came, I spoke with the sport director, and he explained me everything about the club, the project that they have, also the athletic coach are from Spain, and I spoke a little bit with him. He only was 1 month in this moment on the club, but he speak very good about the club and the city. And that's what I moved, also the confidence that they give me 2 years. I need it after, not so good feelings in the past, of the previous season. And that's what I decided to move there, and I think I did a good decision, because I started to play again. I did 5 or 6 goals this season again, and I start to take my confidence again. And also the league is very, very, very nice, because the stadiums are nice, because they
compact?
Yes, compact and new, and and the level is high, because in Europe it never is easy to play, and Budapest for living is amazing city, and I really like it also.
Best city you lived in?
I can say it's difficult, because for Spain is Spain, Sevilla and Malaga probably are one of the best cities in Spain if you ask for Spanish people for living. But Budapest, I love it a lot, and probably I choose this. Yes.
Choose this?
For living, yes. I like it. I really like it.
Yeah. And before we come to India chapter,
yes,
let's talk about the national team. We briefly mentioned about Rafinha, but how were your days in Spain under 21, under 20s?
Yeah, crazy also, because you play against, now you see the players where you play there, and you see where they are, and it's amazing. It's Carvajal, Sergi Roberto, they are playing top teams, and Morata, for example, was the captain.
David De Gea?
Sorry?
David De Gea?
Yes, also, and Muniain was there, big stars, in Spain. And in big teams, and you arrive there like a humble guy, and of course you look them in the beginning like Cristiano and Messi, like your idols. Okay, you cannot compare, but they are playing big teams, But they are top persons, and they make you very easy the days there with the national team, and I enjoy it a lot, because the quality when you play with this type of quality is easy to play usually, more than for me, because I'm the type of player with good movements, and if you have players that they have good passes and good connections, you can you can do a lot of things.
Do you also feel a pressure of playing with them, in terms of you see names like Carvajal or?
No, not there, because like I said to you from the beginning, they looks like you are going there like 3 years, and in 2 days you know a lot of things with the person because you spend a lot of time together.
Yeah.
Because usually you travel a lot and this type of things. Yes, there you enjoy a lot. Yes.
And in terms of how do I say, this is more of your life about in football, where you played in some of the big. You played in one of the biggest clubs in Spain. You played against some of the best players in the world.
Yes.
But that is the life in football. But how is Jairo outside of football?
Jairo outside of football, I think, is a normal guy that
Yeah.
you can see that person that like the normal things, be with his wife, make a walk with my dog, be with my friends, just drink a coffee there. You know, as a natural guy, we can say. This is how I am. Yes.
And if you had not chosen football, what would you have done otherwise?
Probably I like a lot playing tennis when I have time in summer period, and also I watch a lot. Maybe it's not easy because I'm not so high, but I'm a warrior, and probably one of these sports I can say. Yes.
So you are Rafael Nadal guy or Carlos Alcaraz?
Now Alcaraz. Of course, you never can. It's impossible to compare these guys, not yet. But you can see how is the quality from Alcaraz, and now I choose him because it's more from my years, my era, you know. Yes.
But of course, you grew up watching Rafael Nadal and
Of course, I grew up crying when Nadal won the Grand Slams, and with my father watching the finals, the big games, of course. Yeah.
And who was your hero when you were growing up from the football?
From football, I like a lot Pedrito. He played in Barcelona, now he's in Lazio, I think, still playing, because I see a lot of games from him because I try to learn from him because he's similar qualities, and he became from second team in Barcelona and won everything, and he scored it in every final in World Cup, in Euro Cup. He get everything and looks like a normal guy, just play for fun, hard worker, not a big star, you know, big name. That's why I like it a lot, and I try to learn from him. Yeah.
And the best player that you played with, because you played with someone like Ivan Rakitic.
This guy, what I wanted to say.
This guy?
Yes. Because I think was also the moment when he get his high level. Yeah. Because after this year with us, he moved to Barcelona. Of course, he kept the level after that, but was the moment when you have this confidence that everything is going well
coming together.
In your, yes. If you shoot out of the goal, maybe something happened and you scored. This type of things, you know. Of course, the quality that he have was amazing. And I remember also my first goal for Sevilla. He passed to me like from 40 meters away, and was unbelievable pass. That's why I choose him, for example.
For the best player you played with.
Yeah.
And now coming to the India chapter.
Yes.
It's been barely, when we are speaking right now, it's been probably 10 days that we have had our pre-season.
Mm-hmm.
How did that move to India happen? What made you think that, okay, I can go and try another challenge in India?
I decided to come just because last season I have not the option to start with a club from the beginning, and I signed late in summertime or in winter time, you know. And I feel that if I continue in this way, I cannot reach my best level, you know. And then when this offer came to me, also before the offer came, I spoke with the coach. I spoke with Angel Viadero. You remember him? He was here, and he was my coach in my previous team in Sestao. And I spoke with him also, and then they speak very good about the club to me, and that's why I decided to come. The confidence that the coach gave me also from the first minutes to talk, that's why I decided to come. And of course, my first idea, I say to him, I wanted to start a pre-season from zero, and it's the only way that I can bring my best level again, and I focus on this, and I believe that will come. Yes.
And what is your first impression of India so far?
I don't have so much time because, you know, you say to me only 10 days, but 10 days hard work. And when we have some free time, you want it only to rest because, like you see, it's very hot here and you cannot do a lot of things. But first impression, I can speak about the club because it's where I was every day. I like everyone is around the club, everybody are friendly, trying to help the players. I think even more the foreign players because are away from home, and this is very nice because you feel like you are not in home, but you feel that you become in your home. It's coming your home.
Exactly. Like we say in this team that unity is our strength. We are like a big
Yes.
family. So
Yes, and also also the Indian players give a lot of confidence from the first day. Try to help us in every step during the training, outside, here, around the apartments, in every area. That's amazing, And then I'm very thankful with everybody until now, and I'm happy to be here. Of course, Michel is one of the best person here for us because important is the captain, not only on the pitch for the new players, also Spanish. He helped us a lot from the first flight in Spain to here every day, every training. Yes, that's amazing, and we are lucky that we have him from the beginning. Yes.
Right. And then now coming to the last part.
Okay.
It's going to be a rapid fire.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you some questions.
Okay.
You have to answer as quick as possible.
Okay.
Let's start.
Sorry?
Let's start.
Yeah, let's start.
Yeah?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
First question is very difficult.
Okay.
The most difficult player that you have played against.
Play against Sergio Ramos.
First impression of India.
Top.
Messi or Ronaldo?
Messi.
Who is the funniest guy in Northeast United FC?
I think Robin right now. Yes.
Second most funniest guy.
Second, Chema.
Chema.
Yes.
And so far, who has impressed you the most on the field?
Adi.
Ala?
Sorry, Ala.
Ala. And
Aladdin.
when you
Aladdin.
saw his numbers from last year, first year broke all the records.
Of course, crazy.
How was it meeting him for the first time?
That was crazy. Like, I know that before come, he's a big star now. Of course, he deserved it because he did a top season last year. I hope he can repeat it this year because he will help us a lot. And now I think he's also a normal guy. He showed me his hand. He said, "Welcome, and we are here to help you, to everyone." And of course, on the pitch, you see his quality and. He have the fire when he's close to the goal, Yes.
If you have to choose one city to live in, where would that be?
Santander, my city, 100%.
So this question is out of question, right? Beach or mountains?
Beach.
Santander.
Yes. You have both, but I like both. But if I have to choose, I choose the beach. Yeah.
And one meal that you can have for the rest of your life.
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Paella?
Only paella is a good one because with paella you are full.
Yeah.
But if I have to choose the jamon,
Jamon,
the
queso.
Spanish queso, cheese, and the Spanish ham, Yes.
Right. And I think that's it from my end.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jairo, for being the first guest on the series. So that was the first episode of our Highlanders Unplugged. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please subscribe, like, comment and share the episode if you like it. Do tell us who you would want to watch us next on the series. Till then, stay tuned and we'll meet you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.